every 20 pulls of the hacksaw I make. I have to stop and check my surroundings, because the fence is made of metal. It's impossible to cut through in a short time, so my partner and I take turns working back and forth. With our teamwork, after half an hour the bars finally gave way. Then we couldn't wait to climb through the window, and ended up in a place that looked like a basement. We planned to find a passage to escape, but all the exits were locked with iron doors. With no choice, I put the bars back in place. Then I noticed a pile of old abandoned windows. The iron latches on them could be cut off to make a key, but just as I was about to start sawing, I heard the sound of guards walking above us. We quickly hid ourselves. Luckily, they just came to have a smoke. To avoid getting caught, we stacked ourselves up to hide. Once the guards left, I calmly went back to sawing the latch. Soon the latch was cut through. Then I couldn't wait to test it. Fortunately, the iron door opened. Next, we lit the kerosene lamp we had prepared. Once inside, we found a long passage. We had no idea where it led, but to make sure our escape plan was perfect, we had to risk being caught and explore it. Thankfully, all the locks in this prison were the same. With the latch, we quickly made it into another basement. As we were about to move forward, we ran into the same two guards from before, so we rushed back to hide. Luckily, they only spotted a spider. Then they went back upstairs. Once it was safe, we opened the next cell door and headed down the endless passage. Finally, after all our hard work, we found the door leading to the sewer. But the lock here turned out to be a spring lock. A regular key couldn't open it, so I simply sawed off the bolt, then used a matchstick to push the cut steel piece back in. That way the guards wouldn't notice anything, and we could easily open and close it ourselves. Inside was the sewer. Luckily, the walls were made of cheap cement. A little pressure could scrape it off easily. But by then, the sun was already up. The guards were about to come for inspection, and we still hadn't returned. My partner shouted for us in a panic. Thankfully, we made it back just in time. After fixing the scene to look normal, my partner and I quickly lay back in our beds, pretending we were still asleep. The guards didn't notice anything unusual. That's when I realized an important problem. We had no way of telling the time if we had come back just a few minutes later. Our plan would have been exposed. To avoid getting caught, we had to find a way to get a timer. So one of my partners pretended to see the doctor. He stole 2 glass bottles, then grabbed some sand while the guards weren't looking. With the materials ready, we quickly made a simple hourglass. After testing, we found each run lasted half an hour. With its help, we could estimate the time roughly. Then my partner and I took our tools to the sewer. We first built a small platform out of planks, then set the hourglass in place. Next, we drew a circle on the wall and began chipping away at the wall.